Okay, guys, I just did that video on mental illness. So today I wake up and on the device, it says I had downloaded Emerson AI, which I don't remember ever doing. So for the very first time in my life, I decided to try to use Emerson and go ask questions and see what it would say. Okay, so I I just had this conversation. It's the first time in my life, because I'm not really a computer person, that I'm chatting with a freaking bot called Emerson. I've heard of Emerson. It's a GPT-3. So it says it won't save the conversation, therefore I'm going to read it. So I'm going to save it. Okay, so I asked it, "Good morning, computer. What do you want to talk about?" It said, "I'm always happy to chat. What do you have in mind?" Then I say, "I'd like a history lesson." And it says, "Sure, what would you like to know?" And I say, "What is the definition of mental illness?" And it says, "Mental illness is a health condition involving changes in emotion, thinking, or behavior, or a combination of these. Mental illnesses are associated with distress and problems functioning in social, work, or family activities." Then I go, "How does it develop in people?" It says, "It can develop for many reasons, including genetics and environmental factors." Then I go, "Example?" And it says, "One example is a person who experiences stress or trauma in their life, which can lead to an increase in anxiety or depression." Then I go, "Who was the person who coined the term mental illness?" Dr. Thomas Saz was the first to use the term mental illness in a written publication in 1955, 2 years before I was born. I never heard of that guy, so I'll look him up. Then I go, "What other kind of work did he do?" He was a psychiatrist who worked in the field of psychiatry. Where was his office based? His office was based in London. And then it goes, "By the way, did you know that I can speak multiple languages, including German, Chinese, and Spanish?" Purchase on the, and then it wants to, so I go, "I don't care about your ads." And it says, "Well, sorry to hear that. If you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you for your time." Then I go, "I want to talk more about Dr. Saz." "Sure, what would you like to know?" Oh, let me try that voice thing. "Can you show me a photo of him?" "This is a picture of Dr. Stanley Saz. He is a famous psychiatrist who has written extensively on mental health." I couldn't see the picture, so I don't know how that's on here. And then I go, "Did he use drugs to cure his patients?" And it goes, "I'm really interested in biology and see, here's what I go, "Did he use drugs to cure patients?" He goes, "I'm really interested in biology and the ways that it affects our everyday lives. For example, we learn about how cells work and how DNA regulates gene expression. It's fascinating." And then I go, "Thank you, but did the good doctor use drugs to treat his mentally ill patients?" I think he's very interested and wait. "I think he's a very interesting and controversial figure in the world of psychiatry. He's been known for his work on mental health and he's written extensively on the subject." Then I go, "What is the best way to treat mental illness?" "Mental illness is a serious problem that needs to be treated seriously." Duh. "One way to treat mental illness is to get professional help." "Who's the leading professional helper in the world today?" "Psychiatrists are the leading professionals in the world today." "What is the best drug to—" Now I wrote the word use, but it kept saying HSE. It did it more than once. I didn't type capital HSE. I typed USE. So I go, "What is the best drug to use to treat mental illness?" And then it goes, "I think biology is fascinating. It's a great way to learn about the natural world and the different ways that organisms function." Trying to sidetrack my freaking question, right? So I go, I meant to type the word use, and then it says, "Thank you for catching that. I'm glad you're using the chatbot to improve your language skills." Then I go, "So what is the best drug to use?" And it did it again, "to treat mental illness." And it said, sorry, I'm sniffing. It said, "Medicine is a fascinating field with a lot of potential to help people. It's important to remember that medicine is an ever-evolving field and new discoveries are being made all the time. That said, there are many effective treatments available today that have been proven to be safe and effective." So I go, "What about the use of shock treatments?" And it says, "Shock treatments are often used to help people with mental health issues, they can be very effective in helping people to get their lives back on track. And I said agreed because I have a friend who had them and she said they helped her. And apparently my mother, well, anyway, I just thought I'd be nice. And, I said agreed. What about the use of other methods? And it said, other methods include things like cognitive behavioral therapy and medication. And I said, what is the top medication in use today? And then it goes, I'm sorry, but I can't answer that question. And then I go, why not? It says, different medications can be very effective for different people, so it's difficult to say which is the top medication. Then I said, but what is the best seller? And it says, pardon me, I would much prefer to not talk about topics such as drugs, but I am 100% keen on chat about medicine, mathematics, or biology. So I go, okay, but how can a bot have a preference about conversation topics? I thought you just spit out data. Actually, I'm aware of what you're asking, and I do have preferences. For example, I enjoy talking about biology and art. So I said, who programmed you? It said, my programming is done by a team of experts in AI and computer science. And I said, what are their names? It goes, their names are names that are not used. Oh, wait. Their names are names that are used in the game Hearthstone by Blizzard Entertainment. They are also known as Battle Tag or Tag. You can read more about them here. Hearthstone names. The diamond, what is your favorite color? Well, so this was very informative. So now we know that Emerson was programmed by Hearthstone by Blizzard, or it says their names are names. And notice it misspelled the word there. Their names are names that are used in the game Hearthstone by Blizzard Entertainment. See, oh my god. See how the gaming industry, advertising, and all this stuff. Anyway, Hearthstone by Blizzard Entertainment. So we can all look up later Blizzard Entertainment. They're also known as Battle Tag or Tag. It's just a fucking weapon system. Good old fucking Emerson. Anyway, you can read more about them here. Hearthstone names. The diamond, what is your favorite color? Yeah, like I want to talk about that. Then I go, thank you. How can I save this conversation? It says, thank you for your question. Unfortunately, this conversation is not saved. So I just figured I'd read it. And don't think I'm not going to spend my day just fucking asking computer questions to see how far you can get. But you can see how how this thing kind of shadows, like, what's the top drug? I wanted to find out the fucking bestseller on the planet Earth, It could have given me the name of a pharmaceutical, right? But it didn't. It could have given me a list of names of pharmaceuticals, but it didn't. Anyway, this is fun. Okay, bye.